dj.co.uk and doing a little demonstration of the Greenwich Instruments Dmx Dmx control unit. I bumped into them in BPM. I've been looking out for their product since March when it came out, but first got my hands on it and I'm very impressed actually. It's basically a solid metal. I think I could probably drive over this in my car and it'd still work. It also looks semi-waterproof too, which is very good if you spill a pint of water over it or something. The cable's very nice as well, nice and pliable. The one thing at the Derek Pengali seminar where I showed a few people, including DJ Brian Mole, who likes the Riga stuff, which is a similar product, said something about the XLR leads being not very good, so you can always cut them off and put a new one on. Basically the whole idea is you program it on your computer, put it onto each assignable button, which I'll put the video to that, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. You got first dance, maybe, party, strobe, blackout normally is naught apparently. I'll show you how I get on. I'm very impressed so far. Right, so I spent about an hour fiddling with it and I've got to grips with it straight away. So as a complete DMX idiot, that's very impressive I think. It's basically, I'll show you in a minute, it's a software slider type thing which you have to work out what each thing does, which isn't easy. So it's a bit like the hardware transcension controllers you get. But I'm assured by the company owner that they're going to bring out a more sort of My DMX type thing where you can drag and drop from each maker's lists and stuff like that. That's coming out in November apparently, but don't quote me on that. I've got a few lights set up here in my house. First goes to a power cam, then to triphase, then to an Impossible LED, and then to a mega bar, which is pretty much standard. I mean, if you're going to be using lots and lots of fixtures, such as moving heads, which have a lot of channels, that kind of thing, then it might take a bit of time until they bring out this new software, but I absolutely love it. I think it's perfect. It's basically a controllable CA8, which has more functions, in my opinion, which is what I've been looking out for. I spent 3 years looking for this. Right, here's the unit. You can power this with the laptop or via a plug, or even a mobile phone top-up charger type pack thing. Apparently it lasts months on that. What I've done here, button 1, you've got blue, nice and chilled. First dance type thing. Button 2, pink. To match colour schemes and venues and things. And I've got a third one which is a bit brighter for dark rooms. So you got basically you can have all the uplighters on light, that kind of thing. Channel 4. Just a general slow party, that kind of thing. This is all on sort of automatic chase. You can do it sound to light, which I'll show you in a minute. 5. Bit more manic party, that kind of thing. As it gets going. You can see everything doing what it's supposed to be doing, that's the main thing. 6, this is more sort of hardcore party. That kind of thing. Obviously it's not as good as it could be because I've only spent an hour fiddling with this. So strobing type thing, a bit more nutty and more stroby. Boop, boop. So you got Sex on Fire or something, bang that up, bright side, nice one. Then straight to blackout, which I've got as naught. Bam, it's all off. So, this works. And it's also very nice to feel. It's very solid, as I've said before. One guy at the Derek Pengali thing said a good thing, you could put a magnet on it, stick it straight in your rig, bam, you've got a controller. You just press the buttons, away you go, that kind of thing. There we go. I'll just show you the software in a sec. Right, here's the software. This is on my Mac. It only runs on Windows, so be aware of that. Luckily I've got a VMware Fusion plugin thing which runs Windows, which is always good. Basically you've got all the assignable buttons there. So what you do is you create a scene, or whatever it's called, drag and drop onto a button, which I won't do, and that's it. All you've got to do then is press transfer to Gwdmx and it does it straight away, and away you go. You can assign the amount of DMX channels here. So you can go up and down. I mean, I think it's up to 200 and something or other. You'd have to look into that. I'm not very knowledgeable on these things. And if you want to create something new, create a new sequence, and everything goes black, as you can see. It's on live view as well. So basically, everything I do here, I'll do the bar, for example. You see, everything I'm doing is actually corresponding to what should be happening. So I'll do Impossible LED, for example, pull the fader up so that brings it up to the brightest possible. Impossible LED colour, bam, there we go. So that's all the colours you can go through, and these are all the different things that the Impossible LED does. Oh, that's the strobing, hang on. Told you I was rubbish. epoxy lead pattern. So as you can see what I'm doing, I mean I'm fiddling around with it, and away we go. So I'll chuck a few bits and bobs, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Spinning tri-phase, all the colours on there, and here's the LED par cam, which I put to 4 channels, but it's actually 3, which I didn't know. So yeah, so you've got everything going. There we go. Then you set the fade time, so it's got from the next one to the next, and what trigger you want. So you've got time trigger, sound trigger, button trigger, that kind of thing. So I'll do timed auto trigger, which is on the rest. And then basically if you want to do another scene, you press copy or new. Copy, it's basically copied the same scene. So what I'm going to do, take the colours, just fiddle around with it, make it a bit different. Take that down, and that one, there we go. So there we go, so basically that's a very small scene, very small, I'm trying to be clever here, sequence. So I've done 2 scenes there, and you can actually play it. So it can run through, you can see it actually playing through it. Which is great, I think it's brilliant. I mean, you can see it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's the sequence. I'm going to chuck this under the name, you can then name it basically, new sequence. Or whatever, that'll do. Save changes, and it will go straight back to the other screen. It's all gone black out. And there's the new sequence, whatever the hell that is. Chuck it onto, I'll put it on blackout because it's easy to replicate. Bam, it's on there, new sequence. You basically then go transfer to DGMX, or GWDMX even, and it's done. So basically you can then unplug it all, it's on there now, put it onto another power source, take it to a gig, and it's ready to rock and roll. There's the sequence I've just done. It's as simple as that. There you go. Not a lot else. If anyone's got any questions, please give me a shout. My email address will be on the end of this video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.